Yo, what's up, everyone? In this chapter, resolve is hardened, but the bigger question is that gonna be enough to defeat everything that is happening? Well, who knows? But it's me, the angry and the fan, the despair reviewer, and this is even chapter 140. And one can say this is the beginning of the battle, although the battle hasn't really started yet. It won't be long now. It won't be long before Shura and Shiki meet. And what awaits after that, I don't know. I'm the Anger Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer, although I'm mostly a review Eden Zero. And this is what happens. First of all, Laguna gets contacted by Ibaraki, Ibaraki, who actually reveals he actually doesn't have any hard feelings towards Laguna, while saying the boss puts on an act of the fact that he wants to work with the Eden Zero, but he doesn't really like to work with Laguna, especially since he betrayed the organization. Once again, Laguna is being very stoic-faced about all of this, which makes me once again not trust him so very much. But it does seem that the Rebel Alliance has no hard feelings against Laguna, and even saying that even the boss do not have that, but one wonders exactly how it is. One thing I really like about this chapter, besides the friendship moment, is that we get the names of the most important members of Oasis. And I love that, even if these characters are irrelevant. I absolutely despise when a manga introduces a character and you don't even hear his name! I despise that moment. That's what Hiro Mashima does better than anyone. It does not take long before he actually introduces the names of the characters, even if they are not really important. Either way, the human male's name is Dylan. The human girl name is Furena. I wonder if they are siblings or married. Who knows? The small guy is Russo, and the lizard alien is Lizare. Well, that's an original name, but then again, in this manga, Hiro Mashima has made it pretty clear that many names are not meant to be that evolved. And the android's name is Gomakichi. When I think about it, isn't that something a familiar name? I think that means something. You translate it. It also reveals that once upon a time, the Rebel Alliance had a princess that Shura killed in perhaps the most heinous way possible. According to them, that her face was so mangled that she couldn't tell anymore. So it seems that they are even fighting to avenge the princess as well. Someone who has also been with the Oasis a long time. Well, but I do wonder, wouldn't it be sad if it actually turns out she's alive and working for Shura? Again, pay attention to Yusa. She clearly is something more than just Shura's secretary. And why is such a twisted deadbeat like Shura insisting on that? The plot thickens, you know. Either way, they hang up after that, and Wise confronts Laguna, wondering who was this princess. All Laguna says is that she was the last boss' daughter, revealing that Goodwin is not the first boss, but someone who together with Goodwin was the backbone of the organization since the old boss died. Given to the fact that Nero has established this empire in a single generation, it would actually make sense for there to be a previous boss. And here's the Laguna confronts, Wise confronts Laguna with the thing is that, what have you been doing these last couple of days or years? Because it seems to imply that his alliance with Draken was only because he hoped that Draken would use his power to one day beat Nero. And now that he's cozying up with Eden Zero with the same exact hope, even though he says it was Witch who invited Laguna. And the fact that he may even have wanted to cozy up to Elsie. It seems that whatever Laguna did to betray Oasis, it seems that he may have this seems to imply that he actually took a different approach. And that different approach was he just couldn't be in one place. So he decided to find allies elsewhere. using his skill as an actor to perhaps pull things up, which may explain why he was a little bit the token good guy in Draken's troupe. However, it's something about that still does not make sense. Most of all, there is no way that Draken would have helped him, even if he wanted help, because Draken was a selfish man, and he took down bets. Not to mention the Eurasian says Galactica seems to have some kind of rivalry. He even didn't even join the government because he apparently does not have an education, even though he's an actor. So Weiss just grabs his Laguna's collars and says that, "Do not drag us into your problems. And if anything happens to my crew, I will kill you." So Weiss is not trusting Laguna. Well, to be honest, not even I am trusting Laguna. His face is always a stoic frown, So I'm just saying, there's something hidden here. He says he had a goal. If that goal really is to defeat Nero, then we already know it. But I wonder. Rebecca has a talk with Couchpool, warning Couchpool that she should leave since, well, it's dangerous over here. But Couchpool insists, mostly because the food is delicious, but also that she and Rebecca are friends. Yes, it's a little bit harsh, although pretty good, that she has been bashing Rebecca's videos lately, showing that that she needs improvement. I just wish someone could do that same to me. But despite all of that, and she even a comical thing that she will protect the kitchen with everything, she is still pulling up the very kind thing moment that when you're in the same boat, that means you live your lives, and she chooses to be on the ship so that. And if she decided to leave when things get tough, that would be living a lie. So I guess that means, yeah, she actually is a member of the Eden Zero. A second fat comic relief after Moscow. So the combat enters as the two friends wish each other's luck, saying they will eat a meal together. Good wing contacts, which saying they will act as diversion in a cat-like spaceship. Elsewhere, Shiki is watching the battle out in outer space, and even saying they could have been friends, but they're killing each other. I really like this about Shiki. We still don't know exactly why he is so dangerous for space, but his kindness is extreme. He sees that there is some battles that are just so very unnecessary. They could have been friends. Yes, some people say that his way of saying they could be friends is sort of annoying and childish, but it's also very pure, because that shows that he is a kind-hearted man. He does not understand this senseless violence. However, having said that, he is not naive in the scenario, because he's saying that we will not stop. We will beat Shura and put an end to this war, implying that he just wants to end it so that no more killing will happen. Even the Rutherford siblings are hardened. Although, well, who's standing by Moscow, by the way. Even though Chris is saying that he doesn't want to put Klein in danger, he's still saying that I cannot let the ship go down. I think that is the kindest thing he has said just yet. And it's also kind of funny that that Klein is actually hugging Moscow, much to Jin's irritation. But it does seem pretty adorable that Klein is the only one treating Moscow with respect. So either way, the Oasis members, each confirming their names again of Dylan, Ferena, Russo, Lizare, as well as Gomachi, are all heading out, and they're doing very good in space battles. With the Eden Zero launching their dummy missiles, they finally enter the atmosphere of Nero 66. As there's a badass post, everyone stands together with hardened resolve and enters the field, while Shura detects the ship. We're wondering if that is Siggy's, but it also detects that the gravity is something else. But here what makes me pretty nervous. He's saying, who is this dark gravity? Once again, dark gravity. Last time we heard that was from Senelith saying that Siggy fell into dark gravity, although we know he has not. Are you saying that Shiki has fallen into dark gravity himself? He just does not know it yet? But this does imply that this Shiki's ether is not like Siggy's. He's completely different. And pretty satisfying to see this scowling face on Shura because this is something that arrogant asshole did not expect. So who is indeed this dark gravity? Well, it is the good gravity to Shura's bad. The bigger question is now, who will fight who? Will they be able to overcome this danger? And will they lose the battle and then come back strong? I don't know. What I do know though is the Eden Zero has landed on Nero 66. The battle is about to start. So yeah, unlike last week's chapter, this one felt a lot more satisfying. Laguna's character is still pretty mysterious, but you know what? Let's just go with the flow for now. And hopefully he won't stab in the bad. Wise is very cautious, but he has all the right to be. After all, who knows exactly what he will happen. All the results are strong, but the bigger question is it enough to defeat this powerful army? And we will at last see Shura in battle. I dread that. I really, really want Shiki to win. I don't want another Cat Leaper moment, but something tells me will happen that. Or maybe something will happen that will diminish that. After all, I'm pretty sure once Shura sees Rebecca and Homera, he immediately are gonna take them. Regardless, the government is distracted up there. Oasis is also distracting them up there. Will they eventually join? No idea. But what I do know is I'm looking forward to next week. Give me your thoughts.